Welcome to the How Do You View You podcast featuring Griffin Stein. Today we have Coach Big James from Salesians High School. Team Rampage. Enjoy. Welcome to the How Do You View You podcast with your host Griffin Stein. Today we have Coach James Portlock from Salesians in the house. We're going to talk about basketball, life, these hoes, maybe?
Yeah, we can talk about that
a little bit. And just give them an introduction on who you are and what you're doing right now.
Man, I'm a man of many hats, man. I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm an ex-husband, I'm a mentor, I'm a coach, I'm a professional car salesman. I do a little bit of everything, man. Just here to give back, man. Not just here at the show to give back, but just in life. I think my mission is to give back. Coming up at 12, 13 years old, I'm trying to be the individual that I needed when I was that age. So that's my mission.
That's good. That's good. That's what I think is missing. Is people have this idea of what black man is now.
Right.
I don't think it's true.
Man, when we was younger, you had a lot of older guys that kind of looked out for us. Whereas now it's not the same, man. You have people who say they looking out for you with their own interior motives.
Yep.
And then you have people those that are looking out for you kind of get the short end of the stick because it might not be as appealing as the one that has their interior motives. So my whole thing is I think I got a story to tell, and I think there's some kids out there that I can help by telling my story. So. That's how I got into coaching. That's why I'm the type of father that I am. That's why I'm the type of man that I am. I'm not perfect by no means, but
nobody.
I'm just trying to give the game to those who can use it and do something with it. And then when they grow up, they can't be like, "Well, nobody told me." Nah, that's a fucking lie. I told you.
Yeah, and that is rough, man. I'm telling you right now, it's like I'm thinking about real estate. I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about. Nobody ever told me.
Nobody told us, man.
Nobody told me.
Simple stuff, bro. Like your bank account. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining a car. It was always get a car, put gas in, and go. Go. It wasn't about getting tires and the oil change and the brakes and all that. So, your body. You know what I'm saying? Like simple stuff like that, man. Yeah. And no better person to tell you what you should do or how you should do it than somebody who didn't do it that way and wish that they could have done it that way. So that's just my mission.
That's a good motivation because that's what I'm doing. We was talking about, me and Ray was talking about the another little YouTube thing, which I can't go into. Okay. I think I'm gonna go into, but I'll tell you off camera. It's more of a thing. It's just teaching kids on camera about math, about compound interest, about stuff like that. That I just wish somebody would have told me. Like you say, just wish somebody would have told me.
That's it, man. That's it.
Good.
That's it.
Oh, what you said? Professional car salesman.
Yeah, I've been a car salesman for the last 14 years. I started 2005, so 15 years. I started actually 2005. No, 14 years. I started 2005, August 1st, 2005. Man, I jumped into the car business. I have two uncles, two great men that are in the car business. Didn't go to college. Own multiple homes, make great income, and I never looked at the car business as a place where I could make money and flourish. We always get taught rapping, sports, being a doctor, being a lawyer. Well, there's other professions, man. Everybody not students. Everybody not gonna be able to go to school for 8 years and be a doctor.
I don't want to go.
I wish I would have gotten the car business earlier, but I was naive to the fact of if I don't sell a car, I don't eat. Well, I don't sell cars. I just help people. That's how I look at it, man. I kind of treat people who are interested in cars how I would want my family to be treated if they were coming to look at a $30,000 vehicle. It's not about me selling a car. I learned that earlier on. So I took the car aspect, I took the selling part of it aspect out of it, and this became a people person.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, I actually like that.
So I'm off camera though, but so basically what you're saying is. It ain't got nothing to do with the car. It's
at
about
all.
The treatment of the person.
That's it. Because with cars, right? We all need cars, right?
Right.
People come to the dealership with the notion that they're gonna buy a car today, no matter what. My job is to find the right car for them and get the right deal.
so that they can keep the car.
That's
and
it.
maintain the
It
car.
ain't about the sale. I'm gonna make money just being a people person, man. That's just it.
Where is this dealership at? Because I think people need to know.
Oakland Kia. Come see me if you're in the market for a new Kia, a used vehicle. We have Highline too for those of you who may want a Bentley or something extravagant like that.
Ask for James.
Yeah, Big James. Ask for Big James. My business card say Big James, so ask for Big James.
Ask for Big James. Oakland Kia. We gonna say this again, so don't
appreciate that.
Yeah, we gonna say that again.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, that's why most people don't like car salesmen.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that was another thing too. So, something that we do all the time, right? We have somebody that might be in a certain field, and we go to that person after we done already made a mistake. So I should have went to my uncle who's been in the car business for a long time before I bought my first car. I went elsewhere. I got dicked, and I needed help fixing that situation. So then I go to my uncle who's been in the business to kind of help me when I should have went to him in the first place. So, it's common. It happens all.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
I got friends who made one cars and they might be like, oh, I don't want a Kia. Well, I don't have to. You don't have to buy a Kia. Like, you might want a BMW. I'll help you with your process.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't about me selling a car to you. It's about the process. So if you want to buy a BMW, just let me go with you so I can make sure that you're not getting dicked around. It's not about me selling a car.
It's a resource to help
That's
you make
it.
the best choices in life.
That's it.
That's all we can ever do for each other.
That's it. I can't be more transparent than that, man. Basketball is my favorite sport, and I like to call myself a life point guard because the point guard job is to make sure everybody is in a certain spot so they can be the best of themselves. And I kind of view myself as a point guard.
Wow.
So, for life.
That's good. That's good. So, without even saying it, you're a good dude.
I hope so. I hope others view me that way. That's what you tried. Yeah, I hope others view me that way. It's not a gimmick. It's proven.
Yeah.
It's proven. You got some guys that try to be good dudes because it looks good. I'm not a politician. I'm not a pastor or none of that. I'm just a guy who experienced some things, and I'm a people watcher. So I was able to. I had a lot of influences to watch. So I was one of those kids who watched before speaking, and I just picked up on certain things.
That's the thing. I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter. If you can't be good at Twitter if you don't jump in people's conversation without warranting.
Yeah, that's fact.
And that's what I tweeted the other day. I said I'm not good at Twitter because I was told you shut the fuck up if ain't nobody talking to you. And I said I suck at Twitter, but I excel at life.
Right there it is.
And that's what and 0 likes.
Yeah, there it is. And that's me. I got a Twitter account, Coach Big James. I don't even use it that much.
I don't think
it's too impersonal. Yeah. It's too impersonal because anybody could just jump in and I'm always on the go. Instagram is a little bit better for me. And the only reason I got on Instagram was because that's where the kids are.
Yeah.
The kids are not on Facebook. The Facebook is for the older cats.
That's what it seems like.
You and I. The kids are on Instagram. So it was like I'm getting this motivation and I want to share it. Where do I share it? Well, I share it on both platforms, but it's more so geared towards the kids. There's some adults who need to be motivated.
Yeah, I was just about to say, some people need to see what you're doing so they can start put themselves in service. I think that's the thing. People need to serve others. If you can serve others, even if you don't have to be everybody.
Right.
And I'm not saying go hug homeless people.
Right.
I'm just saying,
right.
If you see somebody hurting or you see somebody need help, ask them if they need help. You might not even have to do it.
Not even have to do it.
Some people just like to be asked.
The big thing that we all should do is just share, man.
Yeah.
Because people get information and they just hold on to it for themselves. And they might not even do nothing with the information. But just think about if you share some of that information. There's somebody out there who's gonna be looking at what you post that's gonna get something from it and probably can do something with it. I did that with my poetry. You asked me earlier off camera, did I rap? No, I don't rap, but I write poems.
Okay.
My grandfather, I found out later, I never met him. He died when I was 3-4 years old. He was a writer. And I always wondered where I got this gift from. And it comes out it was in my blood already. But people don't share. People don't share experiences. information, to where somebody else can do something with it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit you up on that because after we finish here, I gotta talk to Raven about some stuff. But I'm finna walk down the street and back up and just take pictures. So what the book is gonna be is Book of Richmond with poetry on the other side.
Dope.
And why not? It's an ebook. I don't need anybody's permission to do this.
Dope. It's funny. It's funny you say that because I was when you asked me to do this, I was excited because I've been wanting to get on one of these platforms, and I woke up this morning with the notion to document the day. So I documented, getting up, going to my daughter's house, getting her ready for school, dropping her off, hitting Starbucks before coming here, coming down McDonald. I'm driving with my phone out, videotaping, so I can get some of the historic. It's some historic stuff on McDonald Avenue, man.
Yes.
It's some
Downtown.
historic. It's some Nicholas Park, the Civic Center, Johnny Devon. Kids don't know old school Harry L's.
Harry L's.
Man, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna try to put a nice little video together. I got my phone off now, so I don't interrupt none of your technology. But,
this all can be edited. That's the good thing about this. You usually have a thing right there, a Mac.
Okay.
So that's what she was saying. It's usually a Mac there. So
that's what I was wondering what she was talking about.
Yeah. So
okay.
if you did that, you can dump from here right to the Mac. Sit here, edit your shit, upload it. When you leave
done.
here,
so you can do everything and be good. Yeah, that's dope.
That's CoBiz. We had CoBiz, right?
Whoever, shout out to CoBiz.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with this idea is dope. It's a dope idea. The atmosphere is dope. It was real professional. It was quiet. For those of you in Richmond or just want to come visit the Richmond area and see what it has to offer, I advise you to stop by CoBiz and check it out.
Yes.
That's it. I'm a quick story on Salesian. So I graduated high school from Kennedy. Back in '97, I fucking hated Salesians back when I was in high school. I hated it. Like I went to Catholic school, so grew up in East Hill, raised by my mom, single mom. I kind of my upcoming was kind of different, but my mom tried to send me to Catholic school. Went to St. Cornelius right here on McDonald. In 7th grade.
Wow.
We tried it, right? So, in my mind, I understood what my mom was trying to do. She wanted something better for me. She wanted to show me that there was more than Coronado or King or all the other stuff that was out there, right? Yeah. Cortez was gone by then.
Was it gone?
Yeah, Cortez was gone by then.
Okay.
But I tried it. I didn't like it. Like, it was cool, but in my mind, it's like, Mom, we live in East of fucking Hill. Yeah. Like, I don't want you to give your money, hard-earned money for me to go to school. Like, I could go. Let me go to King and we can do something with that money. That was I'm thinking like that at 12, 13 years old. Because my mom, my mom just retired recently. Shout out to moms. Worked at Kaiser for 45 years.
Jesus.
And I'm talking about Kaiser in San Francisco. So this woman got up every morning 5:30, 6 a.m.
Nigga, I'm 45. I was born in 74.
Since you've been...
Yeah.
That's mom was at Kaiser, man. So
that commute,
man, from East Hill, no car. My mom don't drive, never had a car. So my mom would get up.
What?
My mom would get up 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, walk to Crossing. Remember on Crossing right there?
By the overpass?
By the tracks. You know where Owens is?
Yeah.
So right there on the tracks, there used to be a bus stop right there. The L bus that will go from wherever it came from, go right to San Francisco. Yeah. So she would catch that bus every day, man, for years. Wow. Go to San Francisco, to the terminal, catch another bus, take her to Kaiser. So shout out to moms, man. I appreciate you, moms.
Yeah.
So watching her do that, man, it was just like hard work was instilled in me. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking hated Salesians, man. So when it was on the football field and the basketball court when we played Salesians, I tried to give them all. I was like Jordan, like this is the championship. When we played Salesians in El Cerrito, it was a championship. I hated them. I hated them two schools. But how I ended up at Salesians, so my son, I say this a lot because people say I shouldn't say it, but the reason why I say it is because there's going to be a young man who's going to deal with a woman who has a kid already, and I want him to treat that kid the way I treat my son who's not biologically mine.
I got you.
So I've been in my son's life. He's 16 now. I've been in his life since he was 3. So I'm dad, but he has a dad. You know what I'm saying? So My son showed interest in basketball early. He wanted to play AAU. Hooked AAU up. I was going through something financially at the time, so like after the first year, I really couldn't afford it, right? I really couldn't afford it. But I was a dad that was always at practice. I wouldn't interfere with nothing that the coach was doing, but I was always at practice watching, and I was real happy that he had the coach he had. He had an asshole of a coach named Jesmer Lorenzo. Shout out to Jesmer. And not an asshole, like a real asshole, but just an old school guy who was serious, like in your face serious. Like he take his time serious. So whatever we doing out here, it's a kids game, but this shit is serious. So he's one of them coaches, and I appreciated that. So other teams that showed interest in my son was like, you know, you can come play for us, you don't gotta pay, and this and that. And it was sounding attractive at the time because I was financially just going through it, you know. So I was like, fuck, what I'm gonna do? So I went to Jesmer and I was like, listen, man, you know, we got offers to go play with other teams. I really don't want to, but I really can't afford this $200 a month right now, man. And he was like, James, you at every practice. Like, why don't you just help me? I'm not even worried about the money. Why don't you just help me? You here all the time. What happened? I had got hurt. I tore my meniscus in my knee, so I was off work for a little while. And it allowed me to be a dad and be present because when I was working, wasn't no going to basketball practice, wasn't no going to the games. So he's like, just help me. Like that's your payment. Just help me. And that's how I got into coaching. And 2 years later, my son was in the 6th grade at the time. 2 years later, I get a phone call from Salesians, you know, and I'm like, yeah, this is James. It's like, well, you know, would you be interested in coaching freshmen? I'm like, wow, hell yeah. At the time, Salesians a powerhouse. Like, hell yes, absolutely. So what happened was Jesmer, who was a coach at the school, mentioned my name to one of the authorities, and they was like, yeah, bring him on. So that's how I got into coaching high school basketball. From there, it's been Salesians, baby. Everything, all Salesians, all day on mine. You know, on top of Team Rampage, I'm a valid, not valid. I'm a huge fan of Coach Bracey and what he does for his community out in Vallejo. So it only made sense for me to be a part of that when he asked me to, man. So, you know, I rock with Team Rampage to the heart, my boys, and that's just what it is. So,
how can people help the team? Is there like a fundraising thing coming up?
TeamRampage.org. You can always donate to us to help out. For those of you who don't mind helping a real program that's trying to get back to the kids, I can't stress this enough, man. Bracey puts on for his city, and I wish we had a Bracey here in Richmond. I know there is a Bracey somewhere. I just don't know who it is.
We'll find him.
But, man, he puts on for his city. Everything he does is all about Vallejo. And at first, I used to look at it like,
what am I doing? Yeah.
I ain't from Vallejo, but it's like the message and the power of him giving back. You know, Nipsey Hussle, right? Everybody always talk about Nipsey and what he do for L.A. and his hood. Well, Bracey is that. You know, in the flesh, on a different level. So,
wow,
that's why I'm a part of Team Rampage, man, and I will forever be a part of Team Rampage. As long as it's around, I'm gonna help out.
Oh, that's good. That's a lot right there.
As long as it's around.
So how can you make that here then? Can the Bracey be here? You would have to do it your own way.
I would have to do it my own way, and it's possible. You know, it could be done. It just takes a lot of time, but more importantly, it takes a community. You know, and not just people, the right people. Because like we talked about earlier off camera with Ray, there's a lot of people who are invested in youth sports, but for the wrong reasons, man. It's not a money grab for Team Rampage, where you got programs that's charging parents $1,000 a session.
Nigga.
Yeah, $1,000 a session. A session might only be 3-4 months. $1,000.
Okay.
People have it, and they're giving it to these programs, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here and name names of programs, because I don't want to be disrespectful towards the program. But there's certain people in certain programs who it's all about a money grab, man. So you parents, when it comes to youth sports, research, do the history, have a conversation, talk to somebody. and figure out is your kid with the right program, because it can really make a difference in your experience with youth sports.
Damn. So are we? So is that one of your goals to have a
I would love to put
Portlock
Richmond. I would love to put Richmond on the map in some form. Team Rampage Richmond. There's a lot of good kids that come out of here that don't get recognized because they get caught up in other stuff along the way. That's another thing. With Rampage, it's our message is it takes a village, and right now our message is we have a garden, because now we have, it used to just only be high school, but now we have middle school, and we got good kids in middle school that's not only just good basketball players, but we got good students, we got good parents. We have, everything is good right now, so we have a garden and it's just growing. That's good. And that's all Richmond needs. Richmond needs. And
it can grow from Vallejo to Richmond.
It can.
Yeah,
it
because,
can. But that's all Richmond needs, though. Richmond needs a garden, man. We got the Steelers. Steelers do phenomenal things. We now got the Cowboys. The Cowboys do phenomenal things. Who's next? Maybe it's Rampage or whoever, but there's a garden here in Richmond that we just got to put some water on and get it to grow.
People are listening, people are watching, so I don't know basketball. I have never sat through a whole sports event ever. I don't think I've sat through anything. Maybe a fight.
You used to play baseball back in the day, though. I remember we used to go to Cortez and play baseball, man. We used to pick up the
we
bat.
used to play, but no, I didn't. I was cheating and all type of shit. I don't know them rules, man. I was just playing on. I couldn't sit. See, that's the difference. Playing is different to me than I can't sit and watch a baseball game.
It's you know what? I wish I would have kept playing baseball. Baseball is probably the best sport, honestly. And I'm gonna tell you why. You can be 40 plus years old and still play baseball. It's not as physical as basketball. You're not constantly running up and down the court. It's nowhere near as physical as football or soccer. Baseball, there's a longevity in baseball that $400 million. That's all I got to say. There's somebody that's got to pay $400 million to play baseball, and you're throwing the ball, you're catching it, you're hitting it. But it's not as sexy as the other sports, so the kids in our areas kind of don't gravitate to it no more. Where when I was young, or when we were younger, baseball was big in Richmond. You had it was huge.
They had pony everywhere.
Baseball was huge in Richmond. It's gone though. Now you got to go to Terre Hills. You got to go to Oakland or El Cerrito. Like, it's gone. It's not.
Antioch even has.
Yeah, it's not like how it used to be, man. But baseball used to be huge, bro. It's just not as appealing, man. It's not as sexy for whatever reason to these kids. But if my son, if I could pick a sport for my son to play, he'll be playing baseball.
What about your daughter?
Nah, my daughter, man, she can do whatever she want to do.
Oh, okay.
She can do whatever she want to do.
So, do you think eventually it's going to be all unisex, or is baseball still too rough?
Nah, it's not gonna be unisex. It's too fair. It's not gonna be an even playing field, man. And that's not to knock women and be like, oh, women can't, but y'all can't fucking play basketball like we can play basketball. You damn sure can't play football. No. You damn sure can't play baseball. So it just wouldn't be fair. It just wouldn't be fair.
So is it fair for these people that? I think I saw you put a post like dude was riding a motorcycle racing bikes, and said his motorcycle identifies as a bike. So he killing everybody on the thing.
No, that shit ain't fair, man. Yeah. All you guys that's fucking trans, whatever. What is it? What is the title?
Trans.
I don't want to offend nobody.
Transgender?
Transgender.
So these transgenders who now identify as women to go participate in women's sports, that shit's not fair.
And they nuking them.
Yeah,
if nobody can see that, I'm like, well, you want to be a champion? I know dudes that'll do that just to be a champion.
That shit it's gonna happen. Joanna Man is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Joanna Man, one day, watch. Joanna Man is gonna happen, and it's not fair.
Because a 40-year-old basketball player in the women's league,
fuck it, I'm a woman now. I'm finna go to the WNBA
and win 2 championships.
That's not fair,
that's
man.
not right.
That's not fair, man. It's gonna come to life. 2020 and fucking Joanna, man.
Too liberal. It's too liberal.
It's crazy.
Hey, get your 2 nuts back over here, man. Yeah. All right. I did want to get back to the business aspect of that. Tell that story again. The story about the
car
two,
dealership?
Yeah, the 2 parking spots.
So, to own a used car dealership, you do not have to have a lot. All you need is an office space with an office where you can lock up the paperwork. You don't, and 2 parking spots for your inventory.
So any person.
All you have to do is just like anything else, like getting a real estate. You take a class. You take a class for a couple of weeks. You pass the class. You get your dealer's license. There's a form you send into DMV. You get your license. You get your office spot with 2 parking spots. You're done.
No excuse.
You're officially a car dealership owner. It's simple. But we don't know because people don't share.
Somebody would have told.
Yeah, some people don't.
All that dope money.
People don't share the information.
Dudes, I remember dudes would go buy cars and let them sit just because they wanted to see.
Right. People don't share the information, you're right. All that dope money could have been,
Everybody
it could have
been
been a real mogul out here by now,
Yeah.
But I made the mistake of. Well, I'm not gonna say I made the mistake. I'm thinking long term. So long term, you don't want to be in this office forever. I want to have my name attached to something on a grand scheme. I want to have something I could leave to my daughter and my son. Yeah. So go get a lot. The lot wasn't as expensive as I thought it was gonna be. So it makes sense. Go get a lot, small lot. It held about 15 to 16 cars. Small office space as big as this room that we in. Probably twice the size of this with a bathroom. It worked. How I got cooked. Again, I told you earlier I could look at myself as the point guard of life, right? So someone I won't say a friend, an associate brings me a customer. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if he knew she had fake information, but she had fake information. I don't know this young lady from nowhere. This is someone that's being introduced to me third party. So, fake license, fake job, everything's fake. Everything's fake. So, sell the car, make the transaction, deal approved the loan, the bank hit me back 30 days later. This is. So that money that I made, that $9,000 that I made off that one transaction, now I have to pay. I got to pay that back. Right. Shit. So, cut to, I sold a car that had issues. I didn't know the car had issues. It passed inspection. Customer had the car for a week. Me want to treat. I'm a service provider, so I'm providing the service for someone. I want you to be happy with your transaction. So I try to take care of the car. Car ended up being a money pit. End up losing $6,000 on that. And another deal happened, and small business owner, you're cooked. Yeah,
it only take
about
2 or 3.
You cooked. So I had to humble myself and go back into the car business as a salesperson, which wasn't a big thing for me because I am a people person. So I knew I can get a job wherever. And I was able to go back to where I was. I had a huge customer base, so it all worked out at the end. I just kind of went into the ownership thing a little bit too early. I should have pocketed a little bit more collateral first and then went in.
Because them hits wouldn't have hurt you.
It wouldn't have been as bad. It wouldn't have been as bad.
So there's no insurance?
There is, but as an owner, it's your responsibility.
Oh, shit. You are the
I am, right. It's you.
Damn.
Yeah, so
that's rough.
Yeah,
so is the plan ever to get...
Absolutely, absolutely. But this time I'm going to do it the right way, I'm going to do it. I might have that office space a little bit longer this time.
And build up the money. That makes sense. Is there any other business ventures you thinking about, or
my biggest dream? And I'm big on dreams. My biggest dream is to be a college basketball coach. So
that's very attainable.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Why?
It's a little harder, man. You got to find
politics.
It's a lot of politics. Like even with the high schools right now, right? So I coach freshman basketball at Salesians. For me to get a varsity job somewhere, the rules are slowly changing. So now, most of these coaches have a job at the school. So
something,
janitor,
teacher.
Oh,
I got you.
something, administrative something. They have something going on at the school. So schools are hiring within the schools for those jobs versus hiring outside. So now and no disrespect to the janitor or the guy who's coaching, but that guy might not be as knowledgeable as me or someone else who may be a little bit more qualified to have a program and make a program solidified. So it's small little avenues I have to get around. I'm not a employee of Salesians other than basketball. So,
but coaching all of these kids will have some roots because they like, hey, my coach from Salesians.
I mean, that's how I got there. So, word of mouth does spread. Hopefully, like I said, that's my biggest dream. You always hear elders say you find a job that you would do for free and it's not a job. I would probably coach basketball for free. College basketball. God damn it,
you're doing it now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's been an ultimate dream of mine. I knew I wasn't gonna make the NBA. So be it. What better guy to coach? Those who can't do coach.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think, but I feel like that's still attainable though. You saying any college, or you talking UNLV?
I want a D1 school.
Okay.
Man. Like San Jose State, Sacramento State. I want to be somewhere. And my whole reason for wanting to have a college job is because year after year after year, I see high school seniors who are not getting a fair shot to go play college basketball for whatever reason. They might consider a guy too short, or he might not be as good as this guy, or whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah, there's two kids who just graduated from Salesians last year, twins, who should be D1 basketball players. I mean, they played the top player in the nation, who will probably be an NBA #1 draft pick next year, and shut him down. So you mean to tell me if they can, and they're little guys, 5'9", 5'10", if they can guard this 6'7" dude in high school, who's the #1 player in the nation, you mean to tell me they can't do it at the college level? So it just for their stories and stories of the similar to it, is why I would want to have a small college coaching job somewhere. Yeah. San Jose State, where I can get these guys from our area to go to college. There's so many kids, man, that get looked over because of whatever the area they're from. They might not be as tall. They might not be as knowledgeable. Whatever the case, whatever it is that don't get a shot. I would love to be the guy to give them a shot.
At least get them looked at. Yeah,
I'm gonna give them a shot.
You know what I learned? Niggas hate Richmond.
Yeah. Richmond is.
No,
it's real.
I mean, it's nationwide.
It's real, bro. It's real. I don't get it. I personally don't get it, but it's fucking real. There is a little bit of hate from Richmond. You go anywhere in the Bay Area and you say you from Richmond, and everybody's face will change.
Yeah.
Everybody's face will change.
They will look at you.
You don't seem like I get it from my time. You from Richmond?
Yeah,
nigga, I'm from Richmond. Like, it's Richmond has a bad reputation. We still suffer to this day behind that reputation, man, for whatever reason. But the funny part about it, the people who don't know the history about Richmond, back in the day, Richmond was one of the places to be. We had the port.
Yeah.
We had all these good jobs. Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah.
All that shit was right here in Richmond, man. People don't even know the history or the knowledge behind Richmond, man. Even still to this day.
Yeah, they don't.
Even still to this day. You know why Point Richmond is what it is? It's because it's right there on the water. And the ports.
Best place in the Bay.
It's right there. And white people are slowly buying up North Richmond, Central Richmond. They're buying all this shit up because the property value is down. They're going to buy it up, raise the property value, and they're going to be gone. And it's going to be a revolving circle.
I had I was laying in I lay in bed and think about property.
Right. So that's what you want right now?
That's what I think. That's what I'm gonna do. So what I tried to say, because I keep saying, yeah, and these white people stealing the land from us, and then I thought about it. I was like, they not really stealing it. Nah. I did it because when I'm like, I ain't living in North Richmond.
Right.
So what happens? Nobody buys the land.
Right.
Nobody buys the house. So
Who else
gonna buy it?
Right.
So the Mexicans will buy it, then the Mexicans will leave because they don't want to live in North Richmond. Then the white people will buy it. Right. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to relook at the definition of gentrification because I've decided that I'm going to buy some land in North Richmond and build me a house.
Let's do it. Let's do it together. Yeah. Man, gentrification is real though, and it's no place. Okay.
I don't know what the definition. Like I don't know if the definition is white people moving into a place and pricing it out, or if it's black people leaving a place and then somebody else making it better.
Okay, so I don't know the clear definition, but here's my definition of it. To me, gentrification is the higher entities making certain shit happen in certain areas to drive the property value down, so they can come behind it and buy that property and build it up. Because where I work at in Oakland, so I've been at that store since 2015. All around there, they just start building these fucking apartments and condos.
I see that,
man, dude. 500 square feet. How much you think it is in Oakland right now, downtown?
Can't be more than 300.
500 square feet a month to rent.
Oh, to rent. Oh, I thought you meant 300,000. Oh, 25.
$2,900, bro. 29
Ain't
right
this 500
now.
Square feet.
Now this is more than that. This is less than 500 square feet. But 500 square feet, bro, right now in downtown Oakland.
And what is that? 100plex?
Most likely, most of them are that and more. $2,900, dude. And I'm talking about Broadway, the old auto road.
Yeah. Because they moved people.
All that shit is gone, man. All that shit is gone. So even those older buildings, so in between the avenues, like in between Broadway and Telegraph, there was a lot of old historical buildings that people was living in old apartments and whatnot. That shit's gone. They built new apartments. $2,900. $2,900.
It got to be a word for that.
It's crazy. Gentrification.
That's what it is. That's what gentrification is. I gotta look it up.
Gentrification.
I gotta look that up.
There's another word for it. Urban renewal.
That's what they calling it.
But
That's the new word for. That's the new word for.
The true word that is urban removal.
There it is.
It's urban removal.
There it is.
And the thing is, they've been telling us for the longest how to get our shit straight. But we know too much. And since we know too much, we don't want to listen to nobody.
Right, there it is. We teenagers, huh? Hey, so here's a good way to watch it. Just watch it, and then I want you to think about what I'm about to say. As the homeless migrate and shift, right? So let's say homeless is here right now. Well, as they push them out and push them here, they're gonna buy this shit up because the homeless ran it down, right? So they allowed the homeless people to camp and do all that shit, whatever they was doing here, right? Till it got to a certain point where nobody wanted to do business there or whatever. They go. Now the homeless goes this way. Now they buy this shit up and they build up. I watched it happen in Oakland.
It's like the goats when they put goats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's because when I first started working in Oakland, I was depressed going to work, bro. I was living in Hilltop. I'm driving to Oakland. I get off on 27th Street. I make the left going up towards Broadway. Right underneath the freeway, you got big ass and homeless camp. Yep. For years, for like 2-3 years, it's gone now. And it's gone because they built up that area. So we got to get them out of here to make it attractive. So when these white people come home, and I hate to put it all on white people, when these motherfuckers who can afford $2,900 a month for their 500 square foot apartment, I guess so. When they come home, it looks attractive. They're not driving through all that fucking cesspool to get home. It's a trip, bro.
Goddamn,
it's a trip, bro.
Goddamn,
I'm telling you, watch the homeless. Watch your home. So right now, I know there used to be a big homeless encampment over here off of McDonald. Just watch. As the homeless shift, shit's gonna start being built up.
Well, I'm hoping that we can. So that's my new mission. So the I gotta go to. I don't gotta go. I'm going to a Buy Up Detroit.
Okay.
Thing. Her name is Asia Denson. She's a construction thing. Anyway, I wanted to go out there, buy.
They say you can go buy some shit for like $30,000 out there.
32, yeah, 32. But you got to rehab them, so you probably got to spend another 15, 20. But I can go out there and do what I got to do, $50 fix their neighborhoods also, because I'm for people.
Right.
Detroit just felt like a black city. I was going to go do Wisconsin or Milwaukee,
Right.
but I was like, I want to help Detroit. My family is from Detroit. Some of they all moved from when they left Richmond. Yeah, a lot of people was from Detroit. They went to Detroit, and so I got people out there. So that's what I wanted to do. But that money, once I pay for that and pay for a couple one grocery store out there, I wanted to come back and buy Richmond up and do the same thing in North Richmond. So that's why I say, when you see me hashtag 750 funding mob, that's what that is. 750 is your credit score. Okay. Everybody got to get a credit score. Right. We have to fix our credit. Facts. So once we all fix our credit, then everybody you can get a loan for whatever you need to get.
You just made me think, because when I first got to Oakland Kia, I'm a veteran in the car business at the time, right? So all that was coming through there was just horrible credit. Yeah. So even within the last 2 years, you don't see bad credit. We see bad credit as 650. That's what we consider bad credit.
650 is bad. Oh,
I mean, as far as our customer,
that's the
customer
worst.
base.
Oh,
has changed.
I got you.
So as the environment changed, also the customer base has changed. So now everybody's 700, 890. I seen an 890.
I didn't know it went to that.
I seen an 890 the other day. I seen an 890 the other day. Nah, man. I saw an 890 the other day. 879s. 849. Like, it's good credit out there, and that's who are the consumers right now.
They can get anything.
Of big stuff, exactly.
Because they can get what they want. But
whereas back in the day when I first got in the car business, it was more 600, 650s buying cars.
530s trying.
Yeah, trying. Yeah. No down, $1,000 down for it. 500 right now, 500 later.
Yeah, credit is the way. I just, when I started reading on it, I was like, shit, this is the only way, because that's how I'm gonna do it. That's how I'm gonna start it off. I have credit, I have equity in my house, which is gonna turn into a credit card. They're gonna credit me that money because I think I got a 730. Okay, so I still, I can't even get in my own group. I'm saying I can get 750, so I can't even get in my own group yet. So I got to get 750. So, but anyway, that's how I was gonna do it. It's $100,000 equity, and I'm gonna go out there and buy duplexes, bring the money back, help them. I am vowed to help them. They got enough churches out there.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's another day.
Maybe we need to get a church. Let's start a religion. 750 credit.
Man, that's what I told my cousin. I told my cousin that last. I said, if your church was helping people lose weight, get off these drugs, go see Sister Johnson in the hospital, feed her when she doing bad, or when her son get. If your church was doing that, a part of the community, I would join that. I don't have to believe what you believe to help people. But
check this out. If churches was doing that, really doing it, the world would be better off, man. And I hate to get into this. Fuck it, we on the podcast.
Yeah,
that's what the platform is for. Yeah. But most of these churches are not helping like that. The pastor might go see sister such and such while she in the hospital, or the pastor might feed certain people, certain pastors anyway. I can't speak for all of them, and all of them not bad. No, but the majority is like, come on, man. Come on, man.
What? Yeah. No, I'm not.
I'm trying to avoid it too, but it's like it's one of those topics where it's like Ray said earlier, alluded to earlier. Great if that's your thing, but you can't be upset with me if that's not my thing. Yeah, and
that's the thing. Right. They are upset with you. They are upset.
I'm 100% wrong. Here I am, a black man. Who my kids go to church, their mom go to church. I coach basketball at a Catholic school.
How dare you?
Yeah, what kind of nigga is you for real? Man.
Yeah, I talked to a dude. This when you know somebody ain't paying. They ain't listening. Yeah, they cross that ball. I said, cuz I'm not finna sit here and talk to you with your arm, because you only waiting for me to stop.
You want to fight?
I don't want to argue with you. I'm saying, convert me.
Right.
Tell me what's so good about Jesus. Tell me what's so good about it, and I'm a man of logic.
Right.
Just tell me,
Right.
and I'll do it. He was like, well, if you don't have faith, first off, you can't be. I said, nigga, I got faith. Let me tell you where I'm from. Let me tell you how many people got hit.
Man, come on.
You can't tell me about faith.
Come on, man.
So that can't be the yardstick you measuring my godlyhood by.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah. It's all gravy. It's just
They say he always on time. I mean, but
me too.
what have we done so wrong to where this nigga ain't showed up yet?
Why he just ain't with me? Why he just can't be with me?
What have we done so wrong to where he ain't showed up yet? Like, you know, a nigga will be, if I'm 10 minutes late to a business meeting, a nigga will be hot. Jesus ain't showed up yet, man.
And don't care. And ain't saying
Ain't
nothing.
nobody mad about it. My great grandmother, he ain't came while she was giving her money to the church. My grandmother, he ain't came while she was giving her money to the church. My aunties, he ain't where. And I'm not saying that Jesus ain't real. But where is, like, can I have some kind of substance that I can grab or I can see something? And man, I don't even want. It's
deeper.
It
It's
get deep. It get deep, bro. It get deep. And
And-
everybody not deep. Everybody not as deep.
No,
So-
they surface. And then when you say something that hurts their root, then you a motherfucking asshole.
oh, yeah.
And
the devil.
And the devil. You going to hell. I was like, man, if I'm going to hell, you going to hell.
And the
Yeah.
devil, right?
Yeah.
Right. And the devil.
So it does get deep. And for Rave's podcast, we probably gonna have. I really would like a pastor that's not pimpish, but really knows the word and he can talk back and be like open minded. I don't even have to go into
Man,
all
that
I
word-
just need an open minded.
That word don't mean nothing to me. And here's why, right? I'm a man who said many things. So my word to these females who I used to run through or whatever might not be nothing. So the word has been changed so many different times,
To
man.
suit needs.
Who the fuck word is it?
It's a white man.
Like whose word is it?
King David. King
Why-
George. What was his name?
Why?
King James.
James.
King James.
Well, why are there so many different versions of this Bible that allegedly came from one source? Why is it 25 billion different versions of the Bible?
So people can get their money out of it.
And in publications, how you say that word?
Yeah, publication.
Yeah, publications of this book that's generating profit. Why are there so many different versions?
Kanye gonna write a Bible.
And you know what? It's sad too. I love Kanye West. His genius is of music. I love. I don't know the man personally, obviously, but this is like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna write one. I think Joel Osteen already wrote
Yeah.
one. I think
It's like-
all the Creflo Dollar wrote because you gotta sell it. I think if
But
the money was
but
away
that-
from
okay,
it,
yeah, but you just hit it on the nose. You got it. They selling Jesus,
that's what I feel.
so don't be mad at me for not being a consumer of it. Virgin at that, because words mean different shit at different times. Virgin at that time meant unmarried woman. Not a virgin like we think that haven't been penetrated yet. Virgin at that time meant unmarried woman. So she was a woman who got pregnant, who wasn't married.
She would have died. They would have killed that motherfucker. You can't be a baby mother.
Right.
Yeah. So why would God did it? You can't kill a son of God. So she
It's a cold
finessed.
game.
It's cold, bro.
It's a real cold game
It's some tricky
because
shit.
Joseph was forced to be a stepdaddy, and it's like, I mean, what is Joseph supposed to do? Like, in the flesh world, you come to me and tell me you pregnant by somebody, right?
I'm gonna kill you.
You don't know who,
Right.
but I'm supposed to believe it, and I'm supposed to be happy about it. That's some cold stuff.
Yeah.
She was a pimp. She was a pimp. She had
He
the
was a
words.
stepfather. Joseph was a stepfather.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then, like,
But God never had to take care of his son.
even how we got it, like, was our African ancestors, were they praising Jesus?
Negative.
We praised.
They
we
praised
about to
God,
call
who was the son,
Yeah,
right?
we praise what gave us sustenance.
Not Jesus, right?
Yeah, no.
So when the fuck do we get Jesus?
White. When the white people.
When we got sold, because there was some African tribes. So all those slaves was not stolen from Africa. Some of them was sold, right? That's a part of that's a part of that dynamic in Africa.
Yeah.
Tribes, the most powerful tribes run shit. So that's what they did. They sold some of us. Some of us got stolen. And to keep us mind fucked, here's this white man who looks like me, who's gonna save you. I'm giving you. I'm destroying your life, your world,
And giving you a
and
savior.
I'm giving you a savior who looks just like me.
Ooh, if that ain't pimping, nigga. If that ain't
That's
pimping,
crazy.
That's pimping.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But that subject is deep.
Yeah.
Anytime. That subject is
It's
deep.
definitely coming.
Is there anything you want to say to the people? Like, you know.
Well, to the people first, I just want to thank you, brother, for giving me an opportunity to be on the platform, man. I was at home last night thinking about the history that we have. Like I brought up the playing baseball in Easter Hill, and man, do you remember that time? We talked about families, right? Mother, father, and how there may have been mother-father situation where in our neighborhood where we were at.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the ideal mother-father situation.
Not all the time,
You
yeah.
had a man and a woman in the house who had issues and who had kids, and these kids had to suffer behind one of the two of them issues or
Yeah,
both of their issues. In your house, it was a little bit different because I remember looking at your house, and I could see y'all fucking front door
Oh yeah,
my
from
bedroom
your
door.
window.
I can remember times looking at y'all house like, man, they got both their mom and daddy.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't think nothing of it.
Then there was that time where your mom and your dad and that fucking wagon, that van that they had, that
Was it the green one?
was it the green one? I don't
Was
remember
it?
what color it was. I just
Yeah, it
remember
was
y'all had the
brown.
station wagon.
Yeah.
Man, y'all loaded us up in the station wagon. You don't remember this?
Where we go?
It was a summer. I was in the
We went
third
to the
grade. We went
beach?
to go. No, bro.
Oh.
We went to go see Coming to America at the movie theater in Pinole. Remember there used to be a movie theater in Pinole
Yeah.
where the Motel 6 and shit is at
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Your mom and dad took me.
Shelly. I know Shelly was there. Yeah.
Me, Shelly, you, Don, Daniel.
I wanted to Ernie go. Because I remember something, but I
We
don't
went to the
remember.
store. I mean, we went to the liquor store first to get some
I
candy
remember
and
that.
shit.
I remember that.
We went to the
Because we was all trying to fill a bag. We all
went to go some candy.
I remember
We went to
that.
see Coming to fucking America, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not
You don't
remember that. No.
It was in
I remember
summertime.
going to the store, though.
It was in the summertime, man. So it's so man. I remember the Christmas. This shit crazy. I remember the Christmas
Damn.
that everybody got radio controlled cars and shit for Christmas.
I
You remember that?
I remember that.
So my mom, she ain't. I'm raised by a woman, single mom. She ain't knowing. She give me the remote control car and shit. So,
Remote.
so my shit had
The string,
yeah. Y'all shit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I do.
Y'all
Because we was
shit
right at Shelly house, and you had to keep walking with it. You like, man, fuck that.
Yeah,
you,
man,
went, you
yeah.
went, you ripped it. I
Yeah,
remember you
man.
ripped it like this.
Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, so it's fond memories, man. Fond
Yeah.
memories of a place who
Damn, I do remember
of a place that get a lot of bad recognition. A place that was filled with a lot of great people. Not
Yeah.
even just good people. Great people, man. You have some great people in Easter Hill, and all you hear about Easter Hill is the negative shit, man. And our childhood got interrupted by the older guys that was older than us when gang banging started being real big. Because when the whole Easter Hill and Crescent Park thing jumped off,
Changed it.
I lost a ton of friends.
It changed
All the guys
everything.
I played baseball with, I couldn't be friends with them no more because at school, I'm not going to disown my Easter Hill friends. I see these guys every day.
These are
I'm not
my
going to
people.
disown them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
y'all not talking to us or y'all not talking to me because I live in Easter Hill. It just changed it changed everything, bro. It changed everything.
I believe that.
man.
Yeah, it did.
So,
I was in a class with a Crescent Park dude, and they said, well, you guys are partners. Go to his house and y'all do your history
to
part.
his,
I said,
please.
cuz. We just looked at each other and shook our heads. It's like,
you
it's,
gotta give us an F, man.
So I got a question from your side of it. When you look over to where he probably didn't have both parents and all that, how did that make you feel when you seen people in your hood that didn't have what you had?
I didn't even-
not cars and stuff.
I didn't even think about it that way because I didn't go without. Well, you know, he died like maybe 3-4 years later, but I didn't even think about it. I remember his uncle used to pull up in a police car, bumping Sir Mix-a-Lot, Iron Man. That's the first time I heard Iron Man, the Iron Man remix. I don't like metal, bitch.
Right.
Don't like. said, who is this nigga in this
super thug.
Yeah. I was like, man. So I don't think I ever thought about it because my father was people's father.
Right.
My father was around there. He was like, he saw the drug dealers. He say, Nick, come here. He said, why are you spending your money on shoes if you trying to sell drugs? He said, if you're going to sell drugs, keep that money and put it up and do this and do that. And, some people be like, nigga, what you talking about?
But
nobody was disrespectful.
No, nobody was disrespectful.
Nobody.
Your pops had a lot of respect.
And that I remember.
That's how you know he was real, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, them young boys was getting money, man.
Yeah. Money.
I'm not gonna name no names, but there was some hitters back in Eastern Hill.
It was almost like a movie.
Yeah, it was.
They would run up the cars with their hands out. Police wasn't nowhere. I just didn't believe it.
It was, bro.
And he would my father would tell us. He would tell all of us because we would sit on that either that rock
Fucking
on that
rocks,
side.
yep.
He would say, "Man, look good, but watch when these police come through. Or watch this. Lo and behold, summertime will come. These niggas go to jail, be gone for 6 months. Yep. Everybody be gone. So it wasn't. But nah, I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, that was a good question, right? For real, that was a great question. But nah, man, I just wanted to say thank you, man. It really means a lot to give me my first opportunity to do this, and I'll come back anytime the time prevents, man. What you doing is good, brother. Because like I said, like I talked about earlier on, people don't share the information. And
that's all we do.
People will sit down and watch Love and Hip Hop, but won't listen to anything constructive or, listen to something that's real and honest and heartfelt. But they'll watch Cardi B and all this other shit and
fuck shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. So I appreciate that, man.
It's all good, and that's why I say, whatever you want to do, let me know. I'll try to make it happen.
It's all good.
If it's this or if it's anything, because we finna do the movie. Like I say, the poetry, all of this.
Yeah, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of that.
It's a lot of stuff going on, and another thing was what I was. We post stuff, and then you sit there and you say, "Nigga, I'm trying to tell you something that but people don't look, and then they don't want to pay attention, and then they just dismiss you. Oh, this nigga crazy. This nigga crazy. Nah, I'm not crazy.
Y'all niggas asleep. Y'all niggas asleep.
And these, I don't know why I'm whispering, but these fake ass woke people that say these MOTEPs and all these inshallahs and nigga, what are you doing? What are you talking about? You're not even doing anything, and then point a finger at you because you gonna let the white man get over you. I'm trying to help. If my aim is wrong, tell me.
Right.
We can true it up together.
Right.
But you just pointing the finger and saying, "Oh, nigga, you need to do better." I said, we out here doing better.
That's the thing with social media too that I don't like, because social media has taken the simple grown man approach of sitting down and having a conversation out of context.
And it's disrespectful.
Now you got to jump on my post and write a fucking book about something that's not as deep. I wasn't even going deep with what I was saying, but you see it and you take it a certain way because you don't want to have a conversation with me like old school men, right? To where you can understand what I'm saying, and now you got to write a book on my post about nothing.
And then say that's it, and then don't say nothing else.
And then I belittle me because I might not respond or whatever. It's like, come on, man. Social media is for entertainment. Some of it is enlightening. I post some funny shit. I post some real shit. But it's just a matter. It's a balance, and you gotta have a balance, man. But
that's what people are.
Yeah, it's a balance.
You can't have. Yeah.
But it's nothing beats this. Nothing beats sitting down and having a conversation as men.
Because this is gonna be a lost art.
Right.
But these younger people don't even know how to talk.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
And if you talk to them a certain way because they're not used to being talked to, it's disrespectful.
I deal with that as a coach. I deal with that as a coach. I could tell both. Both. Worse. I could tell a kid you're fucking up, and he'll be like,
"You can't talk to me that way." Why are you hurting?
Why are you cussing at me? I'm not cussing at you, sir. You fucked up. I'm just telling you messed up. Which it's okay to mess up, but here's how you correct it.
Yeah, as long as
right. And it'll get to the parent, and it'll just be, "Oh, you cussing at my kid? How dare you?" It's like, come on, man, stop. That's why our practices are closed. No parents allowed.
I think that's good.
No parents allowed. No kids, no students. It's just us because the lost art of teaching the youth is gone. You know, so most of them kids only have a coach or a teacher or a whatever they look up to. You know what I'm saying? Most kids don't have a man that can give some information, man. So man, this shit can go on all day.
Yeah, man. That's why
This shit can go on all day.
It's ridiculous. We probably need. I don't want to rent no place out, but we almost need an audience. We almost need an audience where they say. So, what do you think about that? A woman with
like a discussion table.
Yeah,
I mean like a townhouse meeting or whatever.
I think so.
Because
that would make me nervous. But
I'm with it.
How else you gonna get how else you gonna get the dialogue out there? I don't even want to say truth because you start saying truth.
Right.
As soon as you say truth, people try to find holes in it.
Yeah,
Instead of listening
they look at it as a religion, right?
That's what they do.
They look at it as a religion. The truth. What you talking about?
Yeah. So
no, I'm with it. I mean, man, I would love to sit down with you brothers and come up with different topics and talk about whatever needs to be talked about. I'm with it, man.
Yeah.
And like we talked about earlier, as far as Bracy with Vallejo, shit, we could be what Richmond needs for Richmond. We ain't got to start with the youth. We got a lot of young-minded 40-year-olds out here also. So
do you think that's a waste of time? Because I don't know if I was talking to Ray, but I was talking to somebody like I got to head it off at the pass. I feel like I have to head it off at the pass, and maybe that's a 10-year-old, maybe a 12-year-old, or is a 12-year-old set? You know better than me.
Nope.
Is a 12-year-old set?
Okay.
Because I think a 40-year-old. I mean, and it is open-minded 40-year-olds, but not many. I don't know them.
It's not a waste of time. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is with the 40-year-olds. The 40-year-olds didn't have the benefit of having someone who they trust, who show a vested interest in them, that give them some information. Everything might have came from somebody that was fucked up. So it's like it comes in one ear out the other ear. Man, you beating on my mom. I ain't got.
Why would I listen to you?
You know what I'm saying? Mama, you smoke dope. I ain't listening to you. Or granny, you at the casino all the time. You know, mama gone, daddy gone. You at the casino.
You don't feed me.
Yeah, so it's like you don't know a person.
Yeah.
You really don't know what a person's doing with when they at home, man. So it's like I don't think it's a waste of time. I think we could probably spark something. If what I've learned is if one person benefit from something that I said, it was worth it.
Because if each one teach one,
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
all right. Well, that I like it. This is it'll blow up too quick though, because you know when it's like an onion. It's like you start, you be like, well, this ain't really the good onion. I got to keep going. So I think it's more of a. But we can do it if we can put the work in.
Man, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, I'm down.
Damn. Yeah. All right.
Whatever you want to do, I'm down. Even if it just started off with 5, 6 people, it don't have to be a whole. Just start off with some 5, 6 people and it grow. It's as long as we start. That's the number one. That's the number one lesson that I learned in life.
That's
as long as you start. You said you was talking about the weight shit, and you mentioned something about that last week, I think. Yeah. And I was like, man, I feel you because
I know I'm fat.
Yeah, that's a struggle with me every day. Yeah, I'm fat. I'm sexy though, but I'm fat. But still, people don't understand that fight either. Like it's a fight, bro. It's a fight. But yeah, as long as you start though to do something. So as long as you start to eat different or to start to get a little bit more active, it ain't about. Remember, it's long term.
It's long term.
You gotta start though. You gotta start though.
Damn. Yeah. This is gonna get deep.
So the main thing is getting people off the starting line.
Get us all on the common ground first, and then we can all start. But getting off, that's the start.
Because once I can get you to think, you don't even gotta. You
Agree.
Gotta agree.
You don't only have to agree.
But if I can make you think about whatever you thought was it, that's where I got you at.
Right.
Because some people are hardcore to the gut. Man, look, this is it. Genesis
Ain't no
16:28.
Right.
This says it, so this is what it is. Yeah. Okay. Only problem I got is how you gonna have light before you have a sun.
Man.
They don't want to talk about that.
That's the only issue I have, bro. I agree. You don't have to agree with me, and you can say whatever you say. But I just want you to think about this. How can you have light before the sun.
And you know the cold answer to that? There is no answer to it, but a motherfucker would sit here and try to fight that. And if you could think logically, there is no rebuttal to that. But a motherfucker would try to.
Yeah.
What about this? What about
you
this?
don't have faith. God made the light from his chest. All you got to do is say, you know, you're right. I still believe in Jesus. This book has flaws, but in whole is doing. And that's the other thing. If this book is helping people, or if these churches can help you lean on stuff, and you can help other people be something better than what they are, I'm all for it. Just stop judging people.
Right.
Stop condemning people to hell, or leaving people in the dust because you deem they're unworthy. Like the 5'9". Right. These raw ass niggas, you see, oh no, you too short. Oh, you too black. Oh, you too this, you too that. Oh no, you might take my position.
And you know what? Just to touch on that, so the 5'9" kid posted on Instagram the other day. He had a official visit at Sacramento State. Now, he graduated high school last year, goes to junior college, you know, somewhere not in California, and had a visit at Sacramento State, who's an hour away, and was able to watch this kid for 4 years.
And didn't.
It's like, slap me in the face, why don't you?
So now they can say they found him.
It's a trip, bro. That's why, you know, I want to be in one of those positions, man, to where
Is Sacramento State, what you said, D1?
It's D1.
D1.
Yeah. Sacramento State is a D1 school, and no knock to Sacramento State. My son, is, you know, is being recruited and all that, but real is real, man. Real is real, and I'll stand on that. It's like it shouldn't take for a kid, and granted, some kids may need junior college because they're not mentally prepared, they're not physically prepared. I believe that. Like, but this kid, you can't go change his physical stature. You know, he is what he is. You know,
right there.
He is what he is. You're not gonna change his physical. He already buff and solid, but he's not gonna grow. So junior college is not gonna grow him. He was D1 ready, in my opinion, and I might be wrong, but I've seen him year after year after year compete with the guys that are ranked and give them problems.
Oh, I think I saw that video where he was shooting.
It's a couple of them. I post a lot of stuff, man, and the kids love me because I fuck with the kids. And right is right, though. I'm one of those guys where right is right, real is real. If I'm wrong, I don't have a problem telling you I'm wrong. You know, I'm not gonna argue with you with the fact that I'm wrong. If I fucked up, I fucked up. You know, and we can talk about it, or we don't have to talk about it.
And you don't expect less from other people.
Nah,
that's it.
That's it. Yeah. So
we're gonna work on it. That has been your episode of How Do You View You with Coach Portlock, Coach James, Big James.
Yes,
if you in Oakland,
yes, sir.
That
Oakland Kia, Big James, come see me.
State your Instagram, your everything you need people to get in touch with.
Facebook, James Portlock. Instagram, CCF, Coach Big James. My page is not private, so you can see all my content. I try to censor myself as much as possible on Instagram because, again, I'm there for the kids. However, you know, don't judge me off something that you see. Let's have a conversation if you see something that you don't like.
It's too easy. Grow up.
That's it, man. That's it. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the opportunity to be here.